story you're about to hear is based on a true event. Not based. It actually happened. I want to tell you guys a story about one of the shittiest customers I ever had. No, literally. It was a slow mid-Thursday afternoon. Nothing going on. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean. First, we need to recap some events that happened the day prior to that Thursday. Wednesday. Customer calls in and places an order for delivery.
This is going to be for delivery?
Now, I didn't take his order over the phone, and I didn't deliver it. But, from my understanding, he had a large pepperoni with extra sauce and extra cheese, the breadsticks with 2 cups of cheese, and a 2-liter of something to drink. The order had been placed, it had been made, and it was sent out for delivery. The delivery driver delivers it within 15 to 20 minutes tops, returns back to the store, and not within 5 minutes of being back, the phone rings. So I pick up the phone and I offer to pick up her delivery, and he insisted that he spoke to a manager.
I need to speak with the manager now.
Got a manager call, I want! The manager takes the phone call, and we found out that they had just forgot to put extra cheese on the pizza. And at least it was a simple fix. But my manager offered to have it remade and sent out, or to have him put down for a credit. So the customer insisted on a credit, and he said it wasn't that big of a deal, but he still wanted the credit, regardless. So after my manager gets off the phone with him, we finish out the rest of our shift, and then we call it a night. The next day. It was a slow Thursday mid-afternoon. With nothing going on, no pickups, no deliveries. Dining room was empty. So usually when it's slow, on the downtime, we have a cleaning list. And we're all assigned to different duties that we have to go do. We all pitched in together and we got everything knocked out on the cleaning list.
That's fucking teamwork!
So, for the remainder of the time, we were just standing around twiddling our thumbs and waiting and hoping someone would call in. And I would say I have an artistic, creative aspect. In my downtime, I like to draw, make little doodles. And usually when I'm doodling, I'm drawing on the carry-out sheets or the delivery slips, and it's usually big old piles of poop. Sometimes I'll disguise them as cinnamon rolls, but for the most part, they're piles of poop. It's kind of shitty. For some reason, I got a wild hair up my butt, and I decided to draw a big old steamy pile of poop inside that pizza box. Well, I took that pizza box and I set it over in a stack of the other boxes that I was folding earlier. And a couple minutes went by, lost track of time. The boxes were getting low right above Expo, so I went and I stocked them up. Large, medium, smalls. Got them all good to go. Now thinking about that box being in one of those stacks of boxes that I stocked. So I answered the phone call and I offered pickup or delivery, and they wanted delivery. So I took down the customer's information, and then he proceeded to tell me that he had a credit from the night prior that he would like to redeem. I said, just one moment, sir, let me pull up that credit. Large pepperoni, extra sauce, extra cheese, breadsticks with 2 cheese, and a 2-liter to drink. I read back the order to the customer and I verified if that was correct. He said yes. So we placed the order in, had it made, had it sent out, and it was delivered. I was the lucky one this time. I got to deliver it. So I take the order, get in my car. I'm driving. I get to the destination. Finally, I walk up to the door. I greet him. I said, "Hello, how are you doing today, sir?" I hand him his food and his drink. and I went on my way. I get back to the store. That was the only delivery. There wasn't nothing going on. So then the phone rings. So I rush over to pick it up. I offered pickup or delivery, and he stopped me.
I need to speak with the manager now.
Said, sure thing, one moment please. Put him on hold. Got magic all I want! So I hand the phone over, and I go back to the area where I was sweeping, minding my own business, trying not to listen into the conversation. And as I'm sweeping up this pile, suddenly I hear my manager say, "You have got to be kidding me." Still sweeping away, trying not to listen in. But the conversation goes on and it starts getting heated. I wonder what's going on. Sounds intense. The manager is apologizing and apologizing to this customer. So I stop sweeping and I start listening in a little bit closely. So finally my manager puts the customer on hold real quick, and as they're walking by, I was like, "What's going on?" He said, "This is an emergency and I don't have time to explain." Okay, do what you gotta do. So I go back and I finish up sweeping. I'm watching my manager, and
I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Whoa.
trying to figure out what's going on because there's so much body language and movement going on. You know something happened, you just don't know what. Finally some time goes by and the manager's in the office for the majority of the time, pulling up the cameras, the surveillance cameras. Okay, what's going on? I need to know now. Inside the pizza boxes, there's a little cardboard circle that we use to put the pizza on to make it more presentable for the customer. Sometimes the customer takes it out and uses it as a plate. Well, that's what the customer did. So I'm looking around, I'm looking at the boxes that I folded earlier and a couple stacks that I had laying around before I stocked everything. That customer got that box with a pile of poop in it.
The delivery driver brought me my food, and when I went to get a slice of pizza, I took it out of the box. I look down and I see a big old steamy pile of poop staring right back at me.
Oh shit.
Do you think this is funny? Do you think this is some kind of a sick joke? I don't think it's funny. I think it's shitty. I want the number for corporate now. And I want some free food. I want a free t-shirt. I want a trip to the Bahamas. And I want your mom's phone number.
So the manager asked me, "Do you know who drew the pile of poop inside the box?" I kind of chuckled and laughed a little bit. I was like, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do." Who? It was me. The manager looks at me. Why? Why lie about it? So my manager calls the GM back, and they tell the GM who it was. Well, guess who had a talk with the GM the next day? Yep. So the next day comes. I had just pulled up in the parking lot to work. I walked in the back door. I was getting ready to go to the office, and I look over. There's my GM. I looked at him, and he just looked me up and down, and I said, "You probably want to talk to me, don't you?" "I guess we need to have a talk." So I heard about the stunt that you pulled yesterday. Yeah. I just want you to know. I'm just going to have a verbal warning with you. I'm not going to write you up. I was afraid I was going to get wrote up. I didn't want that on my permanent record. In actuality, the company sees that as tampering with customers' food, and that should be an automatic termination. Since you come into work every day, 15-20 minutes early every day, you never call off work. We're willing to let this one slide, but only this once. Don't let it happen again. I promise you and I assure you that it will never happen again, sir. Now go out there and make a happy customer. Yeah! Let's go make that happy customer. And I didn't even have to sign a write-up. That was a close call. Then he proceeded to tell me in actuality I should have been fired. Which, I mean, he's right, I probably should have been fired. Oh, but guess what? The area supervisor found out about the situation. He did. He said that was the funniest thing he had heard all night, and probably for the next couple years. But don't let it happen again. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
The weekend comes, my cycle hums.
It's a good start to the weekend. That, ladies and gentlemen, consists of the story about the Poo Poo Platter. And if you'll excuse me, my break's over. I gotta go back to work.